Sanibonani bafethu, and this is your boy, Ukatle Khontari Lamola, aka Mr. Soweto Kafela Mutseba, aka Mr. Cool himself. Welcome to Kota and Chamber Bafethu. Welcome to a PSE channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your comment down below. Oti Soweto, Ccma Bafethu, currently Safu Bafethu, your #1 selling best kota place. Soweto bafethu, but you're not just yamutseba lefuthi bhaka ofela bayitseba, but you're not just selling amakota. We have more wings, we have more ribs, like we have varieties of food where you can come and enjoy with your family and as kids friendly yabo. So niyazi ukuthi mina ngihamba nomsuthu
sani bo. Okay, before ngisho anything angisuMsuthu ngumswati isithakazelo umsuthu.
Okay, ngiyakuthola.
Kunenikutsela.
What's up Situla lento?
Nkosiyami. Sanibonani, welcome to Kota and Chile podcast, where we explore intersections of culture, lifestyle and entertainment. I'm your vibrant co-host uMadlakazi omuhle ngeso lakhe umruli ongadijuba ngoba esabubuhle balo umsuthu ongafi ofama sekuthanda yena ngakho kuma ungibona wothi Suthu.
Sesiyasaba nokuthi msuthu. Asazi thina, asazi.
Ungathi ngumsuthu.
Asazi. Okay, by the way, before I introduce uGhotmani bafethu, bafethu nyani erela vie, ngiyabuya futhi ngiyasho. Kune episode engiqedwe kuyidrop yabona regarding a certain brand. Leyo zo state akuyo yabo. Ozeleyo namanje. Bafethu podcast mayiqala ine disclaimer. While we are sitting here, we are presenters. So Kota and Chill is not all about gossip or tenishing on my brand about. Kota and Chill is all about the truth. So Ughotmani Magazela is here to stand for his truth. You understand? Yes. So if you feel like Ukulmamang, the platform is wide open for you to come here and tell your truth. Nigga go straight in about it. Sase bancane. Nigga go send them an email. Nigga go sue ama 1 million. That's now. Kabang 1 million.
Stella nisiphe le
1 million.
Sengazendlale ngemali engaka.
Yes, 1 million wena. Nambazi baba. 1 million. Ngathatha intwana zami ngise Dubai. So bafethu maGhotmani alapha ekhaya. uGhotmani uzobeka story sakhe yabo. So ngicela ukulandela thina siyathula siyamamela. Danko bafethu. Ughotmani lami. Mana nawo manje. Wanga bashangela iningi kanawo njalo.
Imali nami mfethu iphelele gate.
Lo muntu lo asase office wa.
Fast.
Orivutha.
No. I'm not that kind of a person.
Situation masibhekene nawe. Asikhali.
Ngizonipidlozi, you know. Ezinye izinto ongasifaki kuzo because of there's no turning back once uqala. You understand? Ngizonipidlozi, do the right thing and live it at it. You know?
Yeah.
Kuca phansi uphahle, you know? Hey, mara sometimes kuba nzima ngoba uyaphahla mara ngathi the more uphahla
inkinga after
baphala iningi.
lalela bafuna umsebenzi phezulu ukuthi wena ukhala ngenkinga but for lo ukuthi ukhuluma nathi sifuna inkomo.
Yes manje Madlakazi ngifuna senzeni yabo.
Yeah.
Because abantu baye sikhuluma ngelightning, sikhuluma ngama previous show whatsoever yabo. Mina ngathanda ukwazi uGhotmani from the uprising. Before uba nenjebe, before maybe uparola, maybe uthwasela, we in the process of finishing. Yeah, one another journey too, before Mojalove. Asikuqale ebumncane, bomntana onjani you are isolated because you're spiritually. Why you kept in the industry? What was happening when you were young?
No, not really. I was never isolated. You know, okay, Ccma, THAPELO MOKHETHA, you know.
Shout out.
Born and bred, brought up in Mhlakeng. I went to Bahama High School. Actually, my primary Malarato, then high school, Bahama Secondary School. The entertainment industry, unfortunately, in Kaulings has a scale, you know. I think when I was doing standard 8, I was a grade in fruit. Yeah, when I was doing standard 8, actually, I became a contestant, HMA. Yes. I style sama, you know.
Freestyle.
Yeah, freestyle.
Whatever.
Yeah. Freestyle out here.
You can freestyle. Okay.
Yeah, but.
Sorry bafethu, ngiyazi ukuthi ngizothi niyapapa. Let the people speak. Let's freestyle le beshaqile.
Mara bengicula bekungasele freestyle. Ngisayikhumbula futhi la.
Awusithi arcade kancane lapha.
Ikhona.
Maria Scary.
Freestyle noma
Gemeli.
Yes.
Mwana.
Yes, sir.
Ghetto mthandayo. Gemeli.
Yes, sir.
Sweetie. Thato mthandayo.
Hayo.
Isikhathi wasibusa sijele vayipini nabatana na.
Bona lo.
Awadle weJemeli.
Man. Bengisasemncane mfethu.
Yo, sandika kuJemeli. Yo.
Mara this ngaphuma number 2.
Hayi gethi kahle.
Hayi phela. Phela
Ngaphuma
kanti
number
izinto
2.
ezingathi serious manje.
Ngaphuma number 2. I think it was during those eras zabo proverb.
Where's part proverb?
Bashaya lamajita laba man because bona ngathi bebuye esikela soku
Wophethe proverb.
Okay.
Yabo phethile kanjani ungaphethe proverb
Wena uthi na.
Oh, wena nje boyela lapha uyoyiculela.
yabo
Wooden mic.
yeah so fast forward when I was still at school
Yeah.
there used to be ama Saturday schools ADVERTS.
Yeah.
You understand? So every time ngivaya mina ngiya e-Saturday schoolini, my parents felt good to know I was going to Saturday school, you know. And you know, mina every time I call, after I was a contestant and became number 2, ngasitholela lenyuku leyo, ne-jam plaster, nama-chocolate, you know. I used to call it red pepper pictures and ask them, you know, nishuta nini, you know. Because I just wanted to assess, because I was already interested. You know.
Yeah.
And I kept on going there. 99, I think, when I was doing my matric, there's a guy called Oscar Mlange, you know.
Oscar Mlange.
Yeah, Oscar Mlange. Oscar Mlange, he's the founder of Bulldogs Records, Nimrod Nkosi, and Abum Zambia, Abum Sawa, Uban. He was the producer at Ccma back then, you know. So what they are in Dwana, you know what? Every time, you know, you are here. Wenzani la? Ngithi no ngiyazwakala nje ngishaya down. Athi nongizogaya ispan, you know. When I ispan sakho la SABC, mabafika lama guest laba ngizakwenzela ikhadi ebhalwa ama signing powers wena ugijimela reception nje uyoba signer in uyobabeka e-green room, you know, then si-shoot if bafuna amanzi i-street boy, ice boy yabo bengi-ice boy esibhujwa manje yabo mengiphuma lapho ngiyazi ngine-score every day bekushuta Saturday na Sunday stina cash hayi ukuthi nozoyithola month end mengiphuma lapho bethi stina nasi
Enekudala vele stina ngokuyinto enkulu.
1000 yo bebhaya 99 yo. So fast forward 2000, I went to Pretoria Tech. I was doing it when it was University of Technology, you know. I registered for information technology. As our parents, I've never seen a computer in my entire life. You know, you can't be taking me doing a computer. IT. First forward, okay, fine. Then I got a call from Oscar Futibatimo. There's a post here. Production coordinator. Not Asian scale I'm fit. Anytime I'm cake and support. But no, change to our evening classes during the day. You come to work. School. That was the worst mistake.
How so?
I cabanga so 10,000 when I'm muntu melo ebusuku esikolweni. 3 months yokuqala nje. It takes up my predicate. When people were going lapha e-Senate House, I check out with the qualified with the I didn't even bother because I knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah.
So I dropped out on my first semester. You know, and Ekaya they didn't know. So I worked for Ccma, then after Ccma, I worked for Ccma for 3 years, then after Ccma, I worked for Joe. After Joe, I worked for Zola 7. After Zola 7, I worked for Take 5. After Take 5, I worked for Pulse TVF, Zaziwa, and then I did A Journey to a Dream. I did The Big Debate. I produced Street Journal. There's a lot. There's a lot, you know, until 2028. I mean 2018 actually.
You know? 2020.
No, sorry.
I'm a creative.
Until 2018, when I remember very well, we were at the polling stations. You know, I got a call. I can't speak. You know, vote. You know, but actually no. No, AUBREY TAU. ne ke botsa gore o ka gona gore o tlo mpona ka osane ke re AUBREY TAU ke mang, you know, because Mojalove was fairly new then. Ke re AUBREY TAU, I don't know owner of Mojalove, you know. Hey, because at that time I was shooting the Big Debate, and the Big Debate is a current affairs show. So when the elections stop, in Spanish appear, you know. Footing JD Froyam with yo, na in Tlantan, you know. Spanish good to pay last week. I already got a call. Somebody from Mojalove, they want to see me, you know. Then I go to Mojalove. Interview was like basically them going through my CV, because at the time, I did Excel Let's Talk with Mas Chavaleka and Toilet Mo no Refile Mudisel. So the lady that was the head of channel then, Pogani Moyo, she had already worked with me, you know. So she did the recommendation. So when I got there, they already got my CV. So they just asked me a couple of questions, you know, which like, can I produce a daily show and whatnot? And I was like, I did Take 5 for a very long time, and it Take 5 was live every day, you know. And but back then I was a researcher. Then that was my start in the Mojalove. I was told today, and we said, okay, fine. This is the show, Show Me Love, and you're going to be producing Show Me Love, and it's a daily show. Not to know, I'm good, you know. How there and there, but no, okay, fine. Meet in the HR, give them that your details, you know. Okay. Let's sign the contract. Hey, balateni paibeling ak. Mati na inking. They calling katas mato. Tangati ay minanya itrele laban. Just give me one page. What are my duties? Mkala nini mkhola malini. Cause me now for fundele ngatile yonkele. It's just gonna be too much. No gonna sing signile isn't thing engazat. But now I must go with the first thing that I noticed was that now I'm a producer. Mojalove. You understand? And I was like, producer, Mojalove. And by then they were already gaining momentum, you know. Shows were coming in. So now when I questioned Guti, you're a producer, Mojalove, what does that mean? But no. Today you'll be called to produce this show. Tomorrow you'll be called to produce Oyajola. Tomorrow you'll be called to produce Ratzotel. And I was like, no. That's impossible. I'm doing a daily show. When am I going to get the time to do all these shows? You understand? So you see, this is why I was asking for a one-pager, to avoid all these things. Then it was straight that I'm producing Show Me Love. And I was comfortable, you know. And when I started Mojalove, I felt like it was home. First. It was, you know, like Ogute na Melokulu. You understand? It was home. It was home when I started the Mojalove, you know. Like there were, you know, you could tell that they want growth. And I was happy because I've been doing TV for 25 years now. And I was happy that okay, you would see a face of somebody that you don't know, and Umtakona is a production coordinator already in 3-4 weeks, you know. Like Mojalove would take a driver, you know, bam fundise camera way.
That's nice.
You understand? They were grooming people. It was nice, you know. Fast forward 2019, now this is where we're getting to, you know. There's a show called The Light of Hope Bootcamp. Now, I need to make it clear. If I camera, I'm going to present about it. So I need to make it clear to anybody that's watching this show, you know, even Mojalove people, even the attorneys of Mojalove, you know, this is my story. You know, it has nothing to do with these people, you know. So if you feel like you want to sue or do anything, you know, you've served me 4 times already. I don't understand why you're serving me for the same thing over and over again. Please come for me. Lavanto, they have nothing to do with this thing, you know. And I'm very much disappointed when I saw the episode, and then I was seeing comments that Mojalove is going to sue Kota and Chill. You know, I was very concerned with it. There's a disclaimer, and Nani Mojalove, you are using the same disclaimer. You understand? And I don't understand that. I don't wanna downplay your attorneys, but I think maybe you need to make them aware that if a show has a disclaimer, you know, you go for the person that's talking, like myself. You understand? So 2019, I'm working, then Show Me Love gets canned, you know. Then it's, I'm producing Umphakathi. Umphakathi now, it's a daily show again, you know. So when you produce a daily show, awunasikhathi, so ukuthi you can think, because now there's 3 producers, you know. When you leave today, you have to prepare for another show, like just like that, just like that, just like that, just like that. But you know, Aubrey always had this thing of encouraging. I'm a producer. No, do your thing. In. I remember sending Aubrey an email. It was a Sunday. You know, I still have the email on my emails. You know, I say, good day, Mr. Aubrey Tau. You know, I've got this concept. It's called the Light of Hope Bootcamp. The show, it's all about rehabilitating the Nyaupe boys. It's all about rehabilitating those boys that are doing petty crimes. We're not talking about people that are murdering, rapists and whatnot, shoplifting, you know. What the concept actually, my brother, THAPELO MOKHETHA, you know, he's a, they call them caregivers now at a juvenile center. Now it's called Young Offenders Center. He says, Bosso, you know, I have an issue about these boys that are coming in and out, and they're repetitive, you know. It's the same people over and over again, you know. What's the problem? What's causing this? Number one, these boys, when they go, when they sentence them, maybe Puma, they've got criminal records already. So now, they can't find jobs, they can't apply for NFSAS, they can't do anything. You know, and now bayakula, next thing umuntu uzopuma from juvenile center to etrongeni is serious manje. What's going to happen to that boy or that girl? We are university manje. Akasadili manje magabuya akasadili manje ngama shoplifting and armed robbery and you understand? He's gonna come back, manje is doing other things. Then I send an email to Aubrey Tau. This is the show, this is the proposal, you know. Good morning, Mr. Tau. My apologies for sending you an email on a Sunday. That was the relationship that I had, no, Aubrey. You know, I've got this show. Please find attached the proposal. But we can't start on the show because of we need the buy-in of the Department of Justice and Correctional Services. Everything is broke down. It's there on the email. He has the email, you know. Now things start changing in Mojalove. I get an email from HR, right? HR is saying to me, please stop sending Mr. Tau emails. You know, direct all your emails to the head of content, of channel. I do exactly that, you know.
Yeah.
Fine. It's 2020, the show is, but I'm saying to them, look, we need the buy-in of the Department of Justice. But I'm pitching this show under my wife's company. I'm an employee of my wife, you know, not as a producer for Mojalove. Even the signature, it states there, THAPELO MOKHETHA, 4062 events, BBL Media, you know. We leave it at that. It's 2020. Now, COVID comes, you know, the working environments at Mojalove, they become right about 10 now. You feel like I'm in hell. You understand? Number one, we're supposed to shoot now on a strategy. You know, we have to do ama voxes. Then from there, you find with okay. Now you shoot, and I'm not saying with the. Alex, it's a big, because we've been to Alex, we've been to Orange Farm, Nana. It's COVID, guys, you know.
Yeah.
You can understand when people see cameras, not everybody was under lockdown.
Yeah.
When people start seeing cameras, by a puma, now you find yourself having to shoot an episode, you are surrounded. You understand? Number one, man, I'm one of the people that felt like, man, COVID is scared. You know, but now you find other producers testing positive for COVID. Now this is what Mojalove does, right? They pay for tests to it. So you would shoot Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday already you are sent a, because I was in Ramfontein, I was doing a test one a some hospital, private hospital. Though they were paying for it, but the home would I did. Never faga.
No.
Hey,
Ngatuyafa. Ngatuyafa.
yeah, ngingayifaka.
Now, I test positive for COVID. Right? I'm like, sharp, but no, Paula, lucky enough, my family, they were not, but the phone, lentele. Nya Paula, then Batigimi Uzubuyela in 17. But guys, man, can't you see what's going on? Understand? No. Show has to go on, you have to shoot in. So now it was already a routine now. You shoot 3 days, you go test. You sit 3 days for the results. Just like that. Never see it, we go to work. This show, Light of Hope Bootcamp, is stopping. But aside then, I'm still speaking to the Department of Correctional Services, you know. I had already by that time known Minister Ronald Lamola through the big debate.
Yeah, the big debate.
So
You understand?
he show le we register under your wife's
No.
company.
The big debate is another TV show. It deals ngama politics. It comes always when it's closer to elections. The Light of Hope
Yeah,
Bootcamp.
you should say under your wife's company.
Yeah.
Under-
Yeah.
So initiatively under your wife's company.
Basically.
So Mojalove was funding.
No, I'm gonna get to that part with
Okay.
you. With Zagale. Finally, fast forward 2024. Minister Ronald Lamola has already told me, you know, speak to Mr. Crispin Piri. He's my spokesperson. I speak to Mr. Crispin Piri, and it's a process because Labantu Lava they've got into Zam. You understand? Finally, 2024, Mr. Piri says to me, he sends me a WhatsApp message. I still have those WhatsApp messages. No, speak to Mr. Logan Mystery. He's the head of communications. You know, now it's another pitch to the Department of Justice and Correctional Services.
Yeah, we have.
You understand?
That's right.
2024, they signed the letter. Department of Correctional Services. No, guys, we are endorsing this show. We understand your vision. We are behind you. I'm no longer working for Mojalove at that time now. 2020, abogogo bathi zwakala yiso mfana. Sifuna ukurenga nawe grant. Ukuvaya kwami ngephehlweni. You understand? Sifuna ukukhuluma naye usitshele ukuthi story sakho yini kahle kahle. You understand? And I mean, umntwana kaBrajesu ngithi angihlolela nini. Manje nyakula up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. This is so funny. And it hurts me. You understand?
Sharp.
Men say Petruin, ne? Now my house is about to be repossessed. You understand? Now I start speaking to the great AUBREY TAU again, you know. Hey, my good sir, this is what I'm going through, you understand? He helps, rightfully so, he helps, you know. But his help comes with conditions. You understand? I don't know if it was, no, actually, he didn't say anything, actually. The HR guy sent me an email, you know, saying, this is my COVID relief. But before they help me, I need to sign an NDA. You know, that states, I'm not going to come and ask for my job back again. Like, how? I still have the email. I still have the NDA, you know. So that's why I'm saying with whatever that I'm saying, they must not come and say with you guys said that. You know? So now, siyahamba isikhathi manje, fine bangincede ngibuye ephehlweni, fine bangincedile. Nothing can be done anymore now, you know. Now I need to start working on other shows. Then I start getting small jobs. Kubo, I blew it, you know, like, but those are small contracts, like for 2 weeks, you know, and you get paid per episode. My journey took 2 years. It took 2 years. But my story is different because bengahlali kumkhulu. You You understand? My grandfather, Ndilengata, you know. So it was just a matter of Tata is Kwama.
Oh,
you understand?
okay.
Because is Kwama, Sagam Kulubatino, Milestatre. Like,
So ukhule nje unganani next nje, just like that.
just like that. You understand? But I knew with my grandfather being young. You understand? But
so my time I born.
yeah, you understand? And my family, Basemidolens, they knew. You understand? It's just a pity that it happened for. But now, that when I say the 2 years, is that because of Nhambile Ngayotati Squama, they did what I did, everything that needs to happen. It was not, I don't want to lie.
Okay.
For me, it was not, you know, because I was allowed to sleep at home, you know, but there were days that I would have to go sleep.
Yeah.
We understand,
Yeah.
you know. But then, obviously, there's certain things that I was supposed to be taught. What to do, what not to do. Mutini, you know, ungasfagi on the dark sides, because there's a thin line between inyanga and nomthakathi. You understand? Ungasfagi into is good now, you know, and it will be very easy. So that's why it took 2 years for me. Now, after getting the letter, we go back to AUBREY TAU again. He doesn't take my calls anymore, you know. He doesn't respond to the emails, but already there are other head of channels that are inside. You understand? So I'm speaking to them, you know. I'm saying, hey man, I don't know what's going on, but please speak to AUBREY and just find out from him if he's interested to do this show with us, you know. So now there's this lady, her name is Stephanie Oriel. After we got the letter, I said to her, look, can you help us with funding? You understand? Because we want to license this thing to Mojalove so that we can own it. You understand? Now, there's communications, we are starting to get funding, but now, every letter of intent that comes, it comes with, give us a letter that shows that you have a channel that's partnering with you guys. So I say to Tiffany, please speak to AUBREY TAU, you know. They start communicating about the show, you know, AUBREY TAU, you know. On the other hand, other producers that I was speaking to, Mojalove, you know, I remember one of them sent me a message saying, the CEO is saying, WhatsApp message I called. The CEO is saying, no, it's fine, we can do the show now. But now they need the letters from the Department of Justice. I know, we send the letters. Tiffany on the other side there, AUBREY is speaking, no, Tiffany, no, everything is going well in. There's a WhatsApp message that stays with the, oh, well, since we are going to meet, let's show you, let's send you the format and the running order of the show, you know, so as you can see what the show is all about. And then he keeps quiet, he doesn't respond for a very long time, and there's this screenshot, see. I don't want to buzz to Ifunde, right? Good morning, sir. I just want to know, to follow up on the meeting we were supposed to finalize. Please let me know what's happening. Many thanks. T means like Tiffany, right? Then on the 4th of October 2024, another WhatsApp message with the trailer of the show now. It's sent to AUBREY. Sending you the show. Hi there. Just sending you the show in any way you want head, I guess. We have the rights to shoot this show here in South Africa, and also backing of the Department of Justice and Correctional Services. I have all the paperwork, been busy with this project for 4 years. I will send proposal shortly. We are calling our show The Light of Hope Bootcamp. Still trying to see if it's proper fit. We can always change it or get a Vanek name. That's Stephanie, right? Now, can you see here on top? There's 2 minutes, 37 seconds. They are on a call, right? Tiffany sends me a message, says, I'm on a call with AUBREY. I'm gonna plug you in. You understand? You need to get dawned because the fact that Aubrey has not been answering my calls, clearly he doesn't want to speak to me. You know, just continue. They speak fine. Simnandi. Sisonge, Sitlie, Simtepi. Now, remember the head of content said they are happy to work with us, but I must send the letter from the Department of Justice and Correctional Services.
Yeah.
I share the letter, you know. I share the revised proposal with them. They are quiet. I called Tiffany. Tiffany, what's going on between you and Aubrey? Because now they are quiet, and now Tiffany says to me, no, Aubrey is saying he's on holiday. You know, we'll catch up on January and do the plenary. And I'm like, okay, no problem. Tina, in the meantime, let's start with our pre-production.
So magati ngo January beku nini ngathi?
2025.
Okay.
Now it's around October,
Okay.
you know. So we like, no, let's start with our pre-production guy, you know. Location scouts, everything else, you know. Guti, when we meet with him, we know Guti, we're not starting afresh, you know. We are actually moving forward, you know. So as you can see, I don't know if it's gonna audio phone in, you know. So this is us. We're doing the location scout, where these boys are going to go, and everything else. Fine. So if you look at it, I think there's a picture that's gonna show it. It's a proper prison, but it's a boot camp. You understand? We understand.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna show you where they do. If you've seen the show, If you've seen the show, you would see this information has been shared with them. You would see this is all the activities. You understand? Where they're doing the activities of Kushamatayarnan. It's the same thing. You know? Pegala. It's the same thing. You understand? Okay, no problem. This is the dining area. Lapo bazodlela corner. No problem. 8 Zaga November.
Yeah.
Now that's where everything starts now.
Thank you.
I include Tiffany sends me a WhatsApp message. Are you home? Yeah, I'm home. You know, Mojalove is airing a show exactly like ours, but now it's called Utuwitle Bootcamp.
Yo.
I know, man. Tiffany, you know, she's good with like funding, you know. Let me watch Mojalove and see. Yeah. Yadlal, I prom again. Ngithi angibona kahle. And now the tagline mazophela le promo le ithi, when you leave here you will leave a better person, and that's exactly the tagline. That's on the show. Now I'm like, let me be professional, you know. Type an email, dear Mr. Tau, without prejudice. I'm very disappointed to see that a show that we are supposed to be doing with Mojalove, it's being aired and you guys are starting to shoot it, you know. Please refrain from airing the show on the 5th of July, you know. If you didn't want to work with us, that's me sending him an email. If you didn't want to work with us, you should have said so, you know. We could have found another broadcaster.
Yeah.
Please don't air the show. We will find another broadcaster.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Aubrey, he keeps quiet again. He doesn't respond to the email. So now, guys, people might say that we are bitter about Mojalove. That email in Tumeleyona in December, you know. The honorable thing to do is to respond to say, this is not your show. We are doing something similar to it. Or send somebody from channel, you understand? I keep on trying to call. He doesn't pick up my calls, you know. He doesn't respond to my WhatsApp messages. He doesn't respond to my SMSs. Now we get to January 2025. This promo is still playing. You know, in my thinking, I'm thinking, okay, probably he's quiet and now he's not gonna play the show. On the 5th of December. Now you must understand, before this thing went to social media, people don't know that I pleaded and pleaded, and I have emails. You understand? Don't air the show, you know. Now you can understand you are a producer, you know. Already we had the promise from the Department of Arts and Culture. Already we have a letter from the Department of Correctional Services, you know. It's supposed to be an advertiser-funded project. So basically, Mojalove is supposed to bill us, to give us airtime space. Then we play the show, and then we pocket every cent from the funders. You understand? You know, it plays the show. I get frustrated now.
Frustrated?
I'm frustrated.
The whole
now.
song.
Like, yo.
Song must be frustrated.
Yo. Kubuhlungu manje akusaphahleki nokuphahleka manje.
Yabona into engisho.
I'm like, I've tried to call this guy, I've sent him emails, I've sent everybody emails there, nobody is saying anything, you know. Then I start tweeting, you know. You see this show there, you see the show there that's playing on Mojalove, which we clever. It does not belong to Mojalove. The original show is called The Light of Hope Boot Camp, you know. They keep quiet, you know. I'm like, okay, kunje kunesinye strata basibiza Facebook. Labo they are very, so now I go to Facebook. Then I go to Facebook. Then I start doing videos now. You understand? Now it's gaining momentum. I'm getting frustrated. Now I start getting inboxes now. Now
Yeah.
Abu Chuli Slasha Sinyanga Abu Tabang, Abu Rozani, you know. Hey, Buffett, not is shy.
Manje uti ku Facebook.
We understand.
Inbox. Banasa sokona ama video wakona na manje.
Ama video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
So if people want to check out you on Facebook,
yeah.
Tabiso Mambochi Market.
Okay, shout out.
Tabiso Mambochi Market, and then on Twitter it's Tabiso MSA. So now Abotuli and everybody else start coming out, you know, with Namung Shaiwu, you know. Now this thing now, it feels like it's a movie, you understand? Puti how, you understand? Mpokate comes out, Sibulele Vaku, Tabang Mangwe, Ruzani Munai, you know, Mangaliso Madzive, you know, Fake Kobela, Giant of the City, Umakelwani, Success Stories with AUBREY TAU, Kasi Culture, Uraf, you understand? Then I don't like calling this Utiwitleva because mine it's the Light of Hope Bootcamp, but it's the same thing. But Chenchikama, Manyonyoba. Hey, ngithi okay angikho yi-one manje. Singakhona uku-relieve stress nabanye abantu, you understand? You know, it started very easy. No, this is what they did, you know. We're like, guys, you know what? Let's speak to Mojalove. You understand? Let's try have a sit down, Nabo. Let's resolve this thing. You know. So now Mojalove, when they realize that now I start screenshotting now everybody's show, I'm like, finally I knew one. This show, now this show, and this show, and this show, and this show, and this show. Zibelongagu, Labantu that I've just mentioned. You understand? Hey, it was, I think, the 9th of February, 2025. First letter from the Fanzale, something. Ole lambe gazo D2 ta di paga ofela. Ole laga na to D2 ta di reka ka ofela. So now, Sibaning, the first letter that I got was from Itumeleng Sole, who's the chief legal what Mojalove, you know. And you know, it's funny, the story saga Itumeleng Sole, because when I was shooting, when I was doing Umpagati, I once called him as an expert when we were doing shows. You know, he deals with labor laws and everything else. But that is fine. Now this guy sends me an email. I didn't even know that he's the chief legal what because I had already left Mojalove. Please delete your statements from Facebook, you know, or else we are going to sue for defamation of character.
Exactly, and the
you know. Now already our attorneys that already served them, you know, for cease and desist, to say that please stop playing the show, you know, this is our client's show. Bayathola still, they're not talking about the show. They've already been served. Bayathola still, they're not talking anything about the show. Then I get this letter about delete or we're gonna sue you, you know. Me being me and rebellious, I send to Misole an email. I'm like, please stop sending me emails because you don't know where this thing started. And let me tell you now for free, I am not going to delete anything. You understand? Yeah. Please speak to Mr. Tau. He must tell you the truth about this show. I am not going to be talking to you about this show. We understand? Sure. Fine. Atole. Itumelonsole. Then Nini Fanzale and vad.
Hey,
Austin. Same letter. Please delete your thing in or we are going to sue. You know? How? Stop sending me emails. And now I'm copying Aubrey now. You know? Now you are getting on my nerves now because of you are busy talking about defamation. You know? There's a lot that I know about the CEO. You understand? And it's not a threat. I'm not even doing anything. Can you just do the right thing and pay abantu imali zabo? Because you know when it hurt me about some of the shows, when the shows, Kona Ama show that were there, abantu, I didn't even know what the show you want. But who cares? Like it was clear. I'm producing umphakathi. I see people there at the office. They are doing this show. They are shooting this show. I don't know what's going on. You understand? But now, fast forward to 2025. When I look on especially on your page, I'm like, Aibo, the show lemus. I remember I was asked about this show. But what do I think about such and such a show in you know?
What's it?
So obviously I give my input as a producer. You know, the input would be it's a nice show, but I think if you can do this angle, you know, that's how you know people don't understand something about AUBREY TAU. AUBREY TAU, he was a teacher, but he did it in a bad way somehow. The job that's supposed to be done by a commission editor. So basically when you come pitch a show, it's the commission editor and the head of channel's decision to say that this show can work or cannot work, you know. So he would take a producer, you know, and then you would sit on the boardroom with people coming to pitch shows. You understand?
Yeah.
So because Gelezis at the same time. So now sifike lapho sikhona manje yami. Fanzale and what a letter again. Ngithi lalela if you're not gonna stop sending me emails, ngithi I don't have money for attorneys, mina, but I've got free data, Wi-Fi, I will screenshot each and everything that I've had conversations with, you know, and even things that were done to employees through the Ccma. And then I was responded to say, I'm blackmailing Aubrey. I'm not blackmailing him. I've got proof on my phone.
Yeah. And I'm only proof now.
I've got proof on my phone. I've been to meetings. Naban basa Ccma, Hamano Aubrey. I like Yazin, you know, and iplungu manje because manje say implicate abanye abantu another department.
Which department?
You understand? The Ccma, you know, like people were fired there without warnings.
Yeah.
you know, and the next day when I've been fired, I don't know how many times. Oh, bangkosha. Fire this man, fire this man, fire this man. How? Fire this man.
Why?
No, I mean, I was a loud mouth. Like I was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not gonna do it. Manje kumele ngiyodropa ama drive nama SD card to the editors. Kanti production coordinator umsebenzi wayo yini? Production runner umsebenzi wayo yini? Why manje kumele zihambiswe yimi lezi? No, I'm not gonna do it. Then I'm fired. Kanjalo. Then ngiyayihlalela mina endlini. Next thing, a call again. While saying umsebenzi, untebetsi.
Haibo.
Yeah. When I say this is how to be rako tebela tlamle ko fe woni ke re haibo hey kituledi security kwale.
And ngapo khapelesa phezukalo.
Ke re kituledi security kwale. Understand? So now they are suing me for all these things that I'm saying, right? For I remember the last thing that I got was an affidavit of application for defamation of character. So basically, they've already applied a high court. I Angnanda Manj. The show is playing. Spanning, which we clever boot camp. You know? So we like Bafetu Asnama Bafetu. An advocate with the Angene, a high court, 22 court. Kaiwan with Atino, we are here to plead this case. It's an application. 22 scored to Angene. 22 scored. You understand? So now I'm like Buffett Asnamal.
As Boshwin.
Senza and Maguso. You understand? But you know, let's form a squad, you know, let's send emails, let's ask for interviews, you know, let's tell our story, you know. Okay, no, I know. I didn't to mail an email, you know. I was surprised, you know, when Utaban said you've agreed to do the interview now, you know. I'm not gonna mention on my podcast, you know, but blue tick. You send a story, you send evidence, you know, and you even say, if you don't trust, make a call to Mojalove and ask them, Guti, they must come, so that it must not be who said that, who said this, and whatnot. So now the first person that gives us an interview is Piwe.
Yeah.
All right? On his TikTok live.
Yeah.
Now I tell my story, Tuli is telling her story, Tabang is telling her story, Rozan is telling her story, Usmamele song. So now when we get to Clever boot camp, Prince Gibrayak. Understand? How do we so Gabrayak? Can I add him on the call? Prince Okopitur. I'm like, no, with pleasure, you know. Prince gets on the live, he speaks on the live, you know. We still have a recording here call. He speaks on the live and then he says, the first time we found out about THAPELO MOKHETHA, he was called by Mojalove to say that go on Twitter and check what this guy, that's from his own mouth.
Yeah.
You understand? So he speaks, and then I listen, and then I ask him, my brother, did you pitch the show to, because I'm trying to establish something.
Yeah.
You understand? Did you pitch the show to Mojalove or what happened? I didn't know. Already I've been doing this camp on TikTok, which is true. You understand? Need to get my brother, I respect your work, you know, I have nothing against you, you know, but can you just answer me because there's something that I want to establish. I know Mojalove rocked up at my camp with cameras, you know. So now I'm challenging Prince. Need the Prince out here, who was developing the show with you? Understand? You must understand now I'm coming from a background at TV. Who was developing the show with you? You know, was there a call sheet? Did they just rock up? You know, I know they just rock. And then the itinerary of the day, like what's going to happen, how you going to shoot, the positioning of the cameras, the angles, you know, like that thing, like movement. The cutting of the activities that were happening. Because that thing is not stationed in one place. You understand? That thing needs to be developed, you know. And can I tell you this for free? It was developed exactly the same way as the document that I sent to Mojalove. Prince says, Namfeto, I get savvy, but I heard about you, but you know what? Give me respect your job. I know what you've been doing on TikTok, but I've got nothing against you. But I can tell you this for free outside. One day it will come out.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. That how did your show be developed to be where it is now? You know? Okay. Now there's a couple of people that are still my friends, Mojalove, you know. They are telling me with the art, when have you ever seen Mojalove approaching somebody? Yes, they approached him, but there are people that are producing the show, you know. And I'm like, okay, no, it's fine, no problem. So I know exactly what happened. A document was taken to say, okay, no, fine, let's take this, you know, because now, the way it happens now, it's no longer licensing. It's commissioned. So basically, Mojalove paid Prince for his show. So they will own this show. You understand that they can do season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm like, no, this one, I'm not letting go of it. We go back again to emails. You know, guys, if it's not my show, can we at least, because you guys are a channel, you know, just call a press conference, you know, without everybody going to court, because as nama is so good, you could sing in a court, you know, it's me again, you know. They keep quiet. Now I have this attorney that's supposed to be representing me, all right? Hey, mali manje yaphela bafethu manje. Yaphela mali la yo. Imali yamthita lo ayipheli le. Ayipheli mali yamthita lo. Yabo. Ayipheli imali yamthita lo. Now, people don't understand. We are not against Mojalove. There was a time people were tagging me on Facebook with take off Mojalove off air, what. And I responded. You understand? Think about other people. Mina, all I want is just for Mojalove, banka IPM, you know, nyoscherezela somewhere footy, ntole channel that I can, I know. They refused. And now I realize with now they're airing this show now. Now I start watching my show. Each ad break, it has about 3-4 ads. Hey. I'm like, yo, untanga uyapokotela manje mina. You understand? So we start trying to get help. We start trying to get help from podcasters, interviews in people ask for proof. Then after that, blue tick. Blue tick. So now, this is how journalism works. You understand? It's not like I'm a podcast. I'm a podcast. We can say Kwanamanje. Next week, Buffett is shooter any episode to tell anybody from Mojalove to come and defend Mojalove. You understand? Yeah. But now for journalists, they have to get their story and my story. Yeah. You understand? Get all the documents and whatnot and whatnot. Now, Sunday World published an article, right? After all the information that I gave, Sunday World, they just concentrated on the letter that was from our attorneys that they are suing Mojalove for 10 million. They need to sell papers. Ex-producer of Mojalove sues for 10 million. That's
10 million?
No, ex-producer sues Mojalove. Ex-producer, which is me, sues Mojalove for 10 million. I'm like, what are these people doing? You know, there's more to this story than the suing of the 10 million. Hey, after Lapoge they came gun blazing.
I
see, first page, producer sues Mojalove for 10 million. Now, when you read the article, right?
Yo.
It tells my story, the way how when the show was pitched and everything and everything and everything and everything. But now, when Mojalove responds, they respond by saying, this guy is not supposed to be speaking to any publication or anything because of the High Court has ruled against me, you know, for defamation.
Yeah.
You understand? Now I read this article. I call the journalist again, and I'm like, okay, fine, yeah, they are suing for defamation, but they're not responding about the show. What are they saying about the show? You know, is it mine? Is it not mine? And until now, we're talking about the show, Konamanj. Now there's another letter now from the attorneys. So I'm like, yo, Rupert and something and something and something. They are responding to my attorneys. They are saying, should we proceed with the lawsuit? They are going to challenge this in court.
In court.
There's a page, the first page, please see, when this person pitched the show to us, he was still our employee. That was 2020.
Okay.
You understand? And then it proceeds by saying something about and 40. These shows are not the same. You understand?
Yeah.
So I don't understand. I can't remember, but the part that said, no man, they said I was still their employee. You understand? Yeah, basho kanjalo. Now my attorney is buying for me. These people that are saying when I saw the letter, when you pitched the show to them, you were still their employee. Okay, fine. You guys dealing in IP, you know. It's unfortunate with Konamanje, I can't reveal, you know, it's a white law firm that's handling my case, Konamanje, because of now, you know.
Yeah.
When you, even if it's not clear, you send information to your law firm, information they take the case, then after they take the case, WhatsApp, we can't proceed with this case anymore. Why? Why?
That dangerous.
Why? So now, I get frustrated because of now. These lawyers are taking case then by a year. You understand? Actually, I'm not gonna stop tweeting. In the end, you must understand that death is a necessary end. If I die for my truth, it's a necessary end. I was supposed to die. Anyway, you understand? Need to stop hiding behind our courts, where you know that we don't have the finances. You know, thank you God, you know, for this law firm, you know, to say, look, we think we have a case. You have a case. We'll take your case on pro bono.
Oh,
you understand?
Nice.
Lapo sengi timanje nya.
Kokumoya.
Ay nya. Lentole se yankataza manje. So now, but give me, this person is saying you were still an employee. It's okay, fine. I'm going to answer you as my representatives with two answers. One, even if I was their employee, I'm supposed to sign a disclaimer that I'm giving them permission to use my show.
Yeah.
Right? We need to start negotiating salaries. I can't be sitting for 4 years developing this thing, going back and forth with the Department of Justice, and then it's like, hooray, nimnandini. Nyayibugela manje nam sengi viewer. You understand? Secondly, but I even used their resources on the email. When I was doing. Secondly, these people, when they're saying I was using their resources, in reality, because this thing, I sent it on a Sunday. And I even it states there, good morning, Mr. Tau. My apologies for sending you an email on a Sunday.
Yeah.
The laptop, Abang pa lang data Wi-Fi.
namanzi bakufalela.
Namanzi, you understand? La sofa leya na le yami yase okay. Ipotozile yini khafa okay every month.
And it's okay.
You understand? I'm told. Hey, ngithi these people they must not come. You understand? Fine, I was their employee, but the show was not pitched under my capacity. It's producer, BBL Media.
Yes.
It came from my Gmail account, not their CIA free to air email. So now they must not confuse things. Which resources did I use? You understand? The phone that I was using to be speaking to the Department of Justice and Correctional Services is mine. It was not a company phone. So which resources are they talking about?
Preparations, you were on your own.
We understand. I ngitoke no fine pelile le ndaba le. Siyagijima manje ne case manje amachita bayakhala ngapha abothuli sesiskimi manje asilale bafethu. Asigidli la ngabo 10 nje uzuza.
Yele channel.
Group yethu ngiyazi.
Ngithi balwane ibona.
Balwane channel.
Kuswa. Yini manje bafethu mina anginamali yeloya in ngithokhena bafethu asenze so you know. Let's be civil about this thing. Let's send Aubrey as victims of Mojalove, you know. Can you please afford us the chance you know, speak about our shows?
Yeah.
You know, if need be, bring a copyright expert and an IP expert. You understand? Because they are the ones that understands exactly how an IP works. You understand? Yeah. You can't be bringing an attorney that deals with civil matters, labor laws and whatnot, and want me to have conversations. Nah, you know? And that's why I said to Milemu Sole, you know, Nkuruma now in a TV. I've got 25 years experience in TV. You understand? Yes, you're an attorney, you know, but if I can ask you, Wuti, how do you pinpoint IPO muntu? You won't even answer me. So leave this to Mr. Tau because of he's very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
We understand?
Yeah.
Okay. After starting to mail letter, they respond to Utuli now. So to mail letter as a group.
Yeah.
They respond to Utuli now. You know? Dear Tuli, we advise you that you must refrain from this thing or we will sue you like THAPELO MOKHETHA that we are seeing he's copied on this email.
Hi, Bo.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's the email now.
Yeah.
Now on the email that attached the ruling, the judgment, I think it was signed on the 11th of February. To basically, the judgment says that the court has ruled against Mojalove. I must delete everything that's there on social media. You know? Sure. I'm not very clued up on the justice system, but if they serve me, they're supposed to serve me. Kuti baba sixwile ama sheriff azwakale bazongisayinisa bathi eka over blind mfethu uze wizame futhi lento. So I've never received anything. You understand? They kept it kubo.
Sure.
Or I don't know what the story is. I understand ukuthi kwenzakalani. Now I'm like bayangicala futhi. Nginedata. Go back to social media again. I know bayeza bayakhuluma. Namanje iphume le podcast yakho le manje. People are coming. People are coming out. People are coming out. People are coming out. People are coming out. And these people are just speaking their truth. You understand? Now, I'm getting calls from Ccma to hey abontariana by 13 you are in like
ukuthi akathinta uzosithola
basho leyo ekuzojutshulwa ngakho midday
besibonakala sesithuka nokusiza umuntu okumotshalayo
So now I go on your page, you know. Ngithi hands off kota and we understand that because we've been asking and asking with bafethu skayini isikhathi sihlale nani nisitshele. Well, if iyastabula le ndaba le ayistabule with the IP, not ukuye court manje yazi ngadrag isikhathi esingakanani like ingadraga forever and ever and ever and ever. Now I start saying ukuthi baqalile manje. They are threatening people.
Yes.
You understand? Thursday, ngiyangena endlini. Hey. Ngibonile letha futhi ihleli la etafeleni, yabo. Yabona injani? Bayifake elastic ihleli lapha.
Yeah.
Egate. Mengingena. How? Futhi ngiyayivula. How? When I read it, in the magistrate court and the district of Randburg held at Randburg, case number 123/2025 in the matter between applicant Itumeleng Isaac Sole, responded THAPELO MOKHETHA, notice of respond. On 31 January 2025, the applicant applied for a protection order against yourself in the above honorable court. Like protection order. Hey,
What kind now?
I'm like protection order. Can't take protection order in? Demand.
How?
Because all I ever said, I sent him an email saying to stay away from this thing. When he sent me the email, and then when he sent to Lee an email, clearly this matter was already, the application was already been done. Now it says the matter was called today 07/03/2025 at the court, and you were not absent. Right? The matter has now been postponed until 10 April 2025 for you to attend court and submit reasons as to why this protection order should not be final against yourself. Now, Buffett, Mojalove sibuye skela, you know. Umphakathi, especially the show was a very educational show. When I serve you a protection order, there's 3 copies. Right? Meluzwakala mahata. Ne? Bazwakale nalo muntu lo ovuli protection order against you because angithi abamazi untariana amahata. Yeah. So amahata bangafika la bari sizoseva untariana. Untariana kanti ukhona la. Bathi akekho. You understand? So they have to serve it nalo muntu lo. No papers were served to me. Angazi nale outile. Uyang understand? All I got was this thing.
Lelo
paper. So now I have to sign. Uti, I've received this thing. This person has applied protection order against me now. Therefore, any copy ikaiwa yena Sole. But no untanga we sign it. Then any yavaya court A1 isalanam. Yabo. Then siachelo age to okay no fine it date in. So all these documents azikho number 1. Azange zafika kimi. The first one ile ye ruling of judgment. Azange yafika kimi. The second one ile ye protection order. Then I'm getting this thing, you know?
Yeah.
So hey, I can go on and on. Mojalove. Bafethu. Siyangicela. Asihlanye.
Yeah.
Asihlanye. It's pointless ukuthi you must go emakhoti nani when you know and you have seasoned heads of channel that understands the shows. Call the people, you know, show them that it's not your show. Let's go through the formats of the show. Sihleli so good mesiphuma lapho sinathi sikhona ukubuya. You understand la kuntariana and kota and chill sithi hey bafethu sicela ukuxolisa publicly kuMojalove fukuthi besithi ama show awethu, you know.
Yeah.
We said Mojalove, they showed us ukuthi bayidevelop kanjani and they showed us their original document ukuthi it was submitted nini, you know. We must come with all the truth. Manje kumele sigijimane namakhoti. So yenza nini?
Unnecessary.
So napha kuyathreatenishiwa kwenzakala. Now here's the thing enzakalayo ne. On Friday the walls of my house were shot at. Now you ask yourself, ne? And then I think I'm accuser.
Yeah.
Get like understand what I'm saying, right? You look at your history, right? Because even when I gave the statement to the police, they asked me, "Do you have enemies?" I don't have enemies. Mina ngumuntu oyihlalele endlini mina. Angina ma enemy, you understand? But what's happening in your life? No, this is the story, you know, but I can't accuse them.
Yeah.
You understand? Because angabonanga. You understand? Angabonanga, but here's the story, you know. I'm in this case, you understand? And manje they have this thing, I'm the ringleader, you know. There's a lot of things that I can disclose. It's just that with this thing, it's a legal matter, especially for abanye amachita, you know. We are in no way want to see Mojalove down.
Yeah.
I say understand and lap, ne? When you celebrate black excellence means kuting tatumunyu taking amkupuli.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Umkupule kanjani mangithathela isinkwa.
Eish.
Wena uyadla. Mara ngithathela isinkwa.
Eish.
You understand?
True.
That's why it went as far as when we are tweeting, we are saying ukuthi Mojalove must stop celebrating black excellence because of abafuna ukuhlala nathi without us even coming to our podcast. Abothuli sihlahla sedlozi into zabo ziqale from 2022, 2023. How do you fail to sit down with a person and sort out this thing naye for so long, and then ufuna ukumthreaten ngama attorney? Lo muntu lo ibhekana mali, if bekane mali, why would I pitch a show to a channel nginemali for what? The reason why we think I pitch ngithi ngifuna ukwenza something. We understand. So now when I question you about my IP, ufuna ukumbophisa.
Ngile serious. Manje ukhuluma mawangitshela ke. Ngibone lapha post lusenele nethombe. Le 4 bullets le uyithola kubani?
I'm faithful. That's why ngithi azini. I don't know, I don't have a proof. But now you ask yourself, hey, ngilwa nobani?
Yo.
Yabo? Or was it just into ihlanyelayo nje endlula nje edubula? Amibheka khona manje ngize la manje ngathi ngi president ngihamba ne security. Uyayibona ile mpilo kumele siphile le.
Lenze ngasibeka phansi.
Yabo?
2 feet.
Umenzi umradada umuthi. Kuwikepisi.
Ile mpilo kumele siphile le. Ayikhona.
Ayikho right.
Yabo? Une family yakhe, it's a Sunday, kumele adla ama several colors. Now ngazwakani ngesingami la seven colors. Oh, so ngabo daki.
Seven. Kuba amajida yiko ngazifani.
So uthi ngifundile.
7 colors. Ehleleni. You understand? So bafethu man Mojalove, please come, send your representatives, send whoever, you know, come out in the public.
Yeah.
You know, you know exactly the shows that we are complaining about.
Yeah.
You understand? Manje abo prince wase wako Pitori abato satsinywa modulo ngore prince ha kaola Light of Hope boot camp. You must understand that, right? When they called it whatever, however way, whether they went to cameras, no Prince, or Prince went to them, you know, they were supposed to say, hey, Ntanga, you know, let's just sort out something. There's a show, Angit Manja, Asimila. That's similar. You know, they should have just said to him, hey, Ntanga, you know what, there's a show that BBL Media has pitched, you understand that? Let's reject them and say we have a show better than yours. You know, that's the honorable thing to do. We understand. But now when you watch ETV and you like, boot camp, I'm tired. Swim it again. It's on my document. Say yes, sir. Say yes, sir. It's on the trailer that we send. Hey, no, asimila. Like, yeah, asimila. Then you watch the next episode. No, mara. Ngati aba similar.
Yeah. 609.
And then you watch episode number 3. It's like, I manje iyo manje. Yeah, no, iyo manje. Because manje, mafika ku episode 3 ngathi ufuna apologize, yabo. Mara manje mosofika ku episode 3 ucanga ukuthi bazothi, yabo, bayisuse la immediately because already there's been back and forth, you know. And abafethu, when I tell people ukuthi Mojalove is very good at block shooting. If you understand what block shooting is, block shooting is that they can shoot a whole season in 3 weeks. 13 episodes. Shesh. Pa.
Done.
Except those shows that play like Monday to Thursday, like Umpagati, Show Me Love, and you understand that we are Jola 99. It's a very complicated show. You can't shoot it in 3 months, you know. We shoot it maybe several Tony and Dariana, but you know, it's an episode manji. You understand? But shows that have a format and are shot at one location, they can block shoot them. But you understand? So by the time it show Ivela, Emoyeni, it seems like we are shy. So manje, when you look at these shows, my heart sank when I saw fake gobelas.
Yeah.
In the midst of all this, there's emails that are happening behind closed doors. Guti, please, Bafetu, you know, because there were times where, you know, the guys were saying, at least can they make us a part of our shows? We understand.
Something
Now, I saw in the midst of all these fights, we are seeing fake Gobela now. They're shooting episode number 3. I get a WhatsApp message from Utul. Ati give me, hey, depressed. Need to depressed. Why in arm? Yo, depressed the song, guys. Ati, just check the screenshot. Guys, man. Like, don't you have like sympathy, you know, to say, let's just not by kipela manji.
I can do the
We are understand.
In
fact, I think ringing. In fact, Satella nje Mojalove. Zalani, even if you can create your own podcast, you know, or do a press release, you know, in response to show this. We've got this producer here too. He or she will take us through on how they came about with the show.
When ngesfiso sakho ufuna nje ukuthi bahlale nawe phasi bakulalele ufisa
we've passed that stage, mina.
So ufunani nje ukukhuluma nabo manje kahle mina ngizifunela ama chips ane sauce.
We've passed the stage because of now, you know, this matter is going to court. I'll be betraying the law firm that's working that's helping me. They're not working for me, you understand? Okay. But abanye abantu bafethu hlala nabo because mina mengikhuluma Mojalove bathi ngiya blackmailer.
What a blackmailer.
Yabo? Mengisho lokhu ukuthi ungayichuni that end because of ngiyakena the way operate ngakhona. You know, ngiya blackmailer. Yabo? Ungayichuni that end because of I know khona abantu bebethesha bafethu laphayana basebenze for 6 months, you know, bangaholi ene kuzothwa AI ukhiphe esinye story nje, yabo? And it's sad, you know, that you realize ukuthi uspana nomuntu and umuntu wakhona manje akasaspani grand when a month end ujimile wehlela phansi la so at Wings at Republic uzanga something but umuntu uloka asebenza but
afoni namashulezi
uya understand.
Yeah. Main statement khona mina ngifuna ngishayela sona ngisaphenda noma
Okay.
ngizskipile. Ngifuna ngishayela sibe clear. Ukuthi labantu baye kulandela thina. Like ngifuna
Prophet man moja Ivan moja yekelani abanye abantwana, you know,
Yes.
banceda thina, they are giving us a voice.
Yes.
You know, and we've said it before, ukuthi ayikho inyuku, ayikho imali, we don't have the financial strength, you know, unless you are lucky enough for your case to be taken on pro bono. You understand? They are helping us to tell our story. We are not in no way trying to put you guys down because of you've employed so many people. All we are asking for, one, do the right thing. Pay the people for their shows.
Pay the people for their show.
You know. Two, if those people are lying, you know, come out and say they are lying based on this and 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 this. Sunday namhlanje after the episode another letter tomorrow again. Nimbonile beka semakoteni raso. Yabo aringa ngathi futhi animshaye ngenye letter. Then next thing sengifana nabo Musa lapho contempt of court in sengvalele for in.
And
Understand the difference between defamation and telling the truth.
yeah.
You understand? And the foot in the Department of Justice now, we are asking, please step in.
Please
Step in because of now, these people are these people buy us how to draft a letter that goes to court.
Yeah.
You understand that? Please step in and try and protect us. Because manje we are confused now. Asazi defamation and the truth yini. You understand that? Because mina is the truth because I've got them on my phone. I've got them on email. You know. So next thing I'll be getting a letter of contempt of court and then an arrest. By the time ngithi ngiyakhuluma angeke ngime phambi ku magistrate ngithi no magistrate before ungivalela let me show you ukuthi it's the truth bazothi go find a lawyer.
Yeah, izokhulumela.
Izokhulumela. You understand? Which is very much unnecessary. Bayanlanda ngibonile bathi banifuni 1 million inenenyo.
Yes kwenzakalani manje? Cabanga nene. Bakwethu kusuka 1 million nene. Bakwethu kustraighten nene. Bese after ngiyabuya ngibuyisa omunye umuntu waseMojalove. Yabo kahle kahle bazothini ngami.
Le yizwa le.
Ayinenkale le ntwana le.
No, bona abayenze into right, yabo.
Let them do the
Abalungise amaphutha wabo.
Let them do the right thing. Futhi manje yazi the way banza khona. Bheka manje.
Protection order.
Domestic violence.
Wena.
Cabanga.
What does domestic mean? Let me just Google it. Let me just Google domestic violence. Domestic violence basically it's
Kills, bugs, dead. So bafethu why kasafuna domestic violence, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your comment down below to Soweto Ghetto. Currently it's a food bar where you can enjoy your food and have fun with your friends. It's not a place of elders only. Nabantwana are welcome because it's a friendly place and a friendly environment. When you pull up on a Wednesday, you'll find us rocking. When you pull up on a Sunday, you'll find us rocking. So to every statement, that's all been happening in Kota and Chill. That's not our story. That's a guest story. So stop attacking us. Cause ezinye iponza kunabantu abazibhatalele kunemali esebenzile. We can't just take down an episode because we use money for that episode. So it is what it is whenever it is. Thank you so much.
I tried googling domestic violence. There's something nokushayana. Verbally and whatnot. So I'm just asking myself, hey, Mr. Dumisole, can you come, my brother, and explain this? Because mina azanga hlangana nawe and manje kumele ngiyecourt kumele ngitabalaza imali yepetrol manje ukuthi ngiye run back. For ukuthi manje ngifuna understand ukuthi i domestic violence ngikwenzeni yabo ushaya amathamba uthi
ezoveza ukuthi usebenzisa iGoogle efoni namathamba.
Abekumele ube hey bathini? Bathini bona?
Mama rakhotman la sisranile ere kunenye umuntu. Wena kumele ubuye futhi game phone yabo.
Hayi ngimnandi.
Sizoshaya iphane nyana yabo.
Ngimnandi.
Ubhodlile nyana.
Ya ngibhodlile nyana, you know. Nathi khona into ukuthi angazi ukuthi ngarenga at least yazi ukuthi
sisebenza phezulu kwayo.
Yeah, ukuthi sisikhiphe busy, you know. If you can see here, you know, it's written 011 414 Mohlakeng, you know.
Yeah.
This is the landmark yasemhlakeng, you know. Lesonto le re bitsa mokoko mare. Lesonto le silbiza mokoko but ma 2000 ba bitsa Nandos. We actually working on a documentary called A Country Called Mohlakeng, you know. You know, it's a country of aces, you know, Abu Asin Soleng, Abu the first black. It's a documentary, actually, it's a docu-series. The first black champion, world champion, Terama Tegula, you know, Abo Ismanyesa, you know, we're just telling that story, you know, Abo Iskuse, you know, we're just going to tell the story, you know, and we are launching our own channel, hopefully not launch Snogabantu, you know, it's called T Village, you know.
Be on TV.
Yeah, it's going to be on TV, you know. Yeah, but it's a process. It's a process. Efuni mali, yabo. And the man process my efuni mali. Now here's this guy that comes there and speak ill of ama channel. So it's yeah, so that's basically that, you know, the documentary that we're working on. We haven't even started shooting. It's called A Country Called Mohlakeng, but the TV channel has already been launched, even though Askapumi out there, it's called T Village, like T Village, like TV aguri place. Correct. Now, karager no bar ratsago ramfantene guri company. Ratola mpara erobetso. So that's why we say T Village.
And you talk comparative YouTube.
So currently T Village, it's basically going to be a digital TV. So yeah, same as YouTube.
So you as someone who produces on a show, you feel like TV is dying.
It's gone, man.
But I saw they took influencers and put them in Soweto. They're trying to revive it.
They're trying to revive it. Do you think
it will work?
It's not gonna work.
Sorry, guys.
It's not gonna work. Honestly speaking, like the truth needs to be told, ne? But on 699 you cover every month buffet. Konama fiber for 350 per month. And mind you, tola yonki content we funayo.
Choice
yakho, you understand? And ama podcasts are taking over and people are not seeing it. And I mean there are other podcasters that are taking decisions to do TV and whatnot, you know, but really bad, you know, because I'm certain that they didn't approach Abomzansi about DSTV, you know, by we are losing numbers, you understand? So maybe when in their mind, I don't know, I'm not a strategist, I'm not a head of content on any of the channels or whatsoever, but it's not going to work.
No.
It's not going to work. I mean, it's Katsakona Sinduli. You understand? We've got SABC 1, 2, 3. You understand? Which we know with the Ipega want Makaya, Untakona, Uzbegedi area Pizwin. You understand? That's why Abu Uzalo and whatnot, they've got like 10 million viewers because of SABC has made it clear with the Tinawat messages we are not that target market.
Yeah.
Target market, they are say Josie, Nabo Tepen, Nabo Ini, they are streamers. YouTube, they are streamers. We understand us. So it's still gonna take them a very, 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 very long time to go back to the top again.
So but then if you wanna cover it, so it. I mean, ungaya kuphi uye kuphi it so it swala la kota in chill yabo. So khonmane sizwe ukuthi usebenza on top of the brand. There's a new project that's coming yabo. So abantu abafuna ukwazi ukuthi bangakuthola kuphi, how to keep in touch with you, maybe they need assistance in certain things on how to put their things on TV, how to do what 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7.
Yeah, the best way, the best way Konamanje, you know, I can't even give out my numbers, you know. The best thing Konamanje, let's hook up on email, you know. I mean, I'm very quick. Pendula my email, it's mokheta.tabiso@gmail.com. Mokheta with an H. Ke Mosotho Tibileng ke Mokheta.